Want to run 13 miles for some crazy reason. But I'm proud of her. She's doing amazing. What's going to be your record time here?
3 hours.
3 hours? Or there she goes.
Hey, I'm Hannah, and welcome to Endurance with Grace, where I have been vlogging my way through training for different kinds of races while having type 1 diabetes and being a stay-at-home mom and having family life. I have also been going back and recapping some of the races that I did before I started vlogging it all, such as the Spartan race that I did. Check that one out if you're interested. Another one that I did was actually a virtual half marathon. It was the Virtual Strides, which is a company that doesn't exist anymore. But Virtual Strides, I run off caffeine. And it says today's good mood is sponsored by coffee. And this was actually the very first virtual race that I signed up for. And I knew I wanted it to be something special. So I had my race bib hanging on my wall for like 9 months as I started my running journey. And I decided to use this one when we were vacationing in San Diego. And I ran it on Mission Beach by myself. And my husband and my kids were cheering me on when I would pass back by them when they came and said hi. I ran on the beach a little while, but it's actually pretty hard to run on the sand. And so I ended up just on the walking path right there in Mission Beach. And I would run all the way down to the very end parking lot, turn around and go back. And I would go up all the way to Pacific Beach. And I ran that back and forth until I hit a half marathon distance. And I started really early in the morning. There wasn't a lot of people out then, and I got to watch everyone kind of wake up and make their way to the beach. And there was people playing volleyball, surfing. There was a lot of people work out there and ride their bikes and run. I did overhear some guys talking about my bib because I wore it on my shirt, asking if there was a race or kind of wondering why I was running by myself with a bib on. And I should have just stopped them and told them what I was doing because they would have understood and probably thought it was cool, but I didn't. I just kept going. I'm just going to insert some pictures and videos that I do have from that experience here. One, for me to be able to look back on, and two, just because I think virtual races are a wonderful thing to throw in because I needed to run that distance anyways as I was training, and making it a virtual race on the beach was so much more fun than just doing a normal training run. And I actually did complete the miles and maybe otherwise wouldn't have had it just been a training run and nothing else. So I have used virtual races several times throughout my running journey to just reward myself with a medal to hang on my wall for doing something hard, and I think that's okay, and I think that's good. But what was funny, while I was out running my half marathon, I saw a sign advertising for a 5K that was the next day. On Mission Beach, there is a little amusement park, and it was celebrating 100 years, I think, for being opened. I took a picture of it, thought about it, and that night I signed up for the 5K. And it was the Belmont Park Dipper Dash. Yeah, Belmont Park 100 years. And I got this shirt. It was a lot of fun to impulsively sign up for the 5K. That was the very next morning. It was run on the same thing where I ran the morning before. And a ton of people showed up. There was a lot of families, and I just had the best time running that 5K. So I ran a lot of miles on that vacation. But I do think anytime I'm going somewhere cool and I have training runs to run, making them virtual runs because it's fun. Currently, I am training for a marathon in Oklahoma City and a triathlon this summer. So stick around for those things as I embark on a new journey with cycling and swimming because those are brand new, and continue on with running. Also, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Endurance with Grace.